Hi, this is Green's Boundary, where I do predictions of the future. If you'd like me to do prediction for you, let me know in the chat or the comments or wherever you would like. Just a reminder that our show times and all that wonderful stuff and where to connect with us are on our website at secarinesboundary.com. And just remember, if it's not on our website, it's not us. There's some people out there doing some nefarious things out there pretending to be me. I don't know why you would want to do that, but so if it's not on the website, it's not us. Okay, let's get started with today's show. Now, everybody's wondering where the Bitcoin bull run and all that sort of thing. And there's a little bit of negative energy that's coming from many of the people. They thought everything would be much further along, which is kind of funny, than where it is right now, because a lot of people have this misconception that as soon as the happening happens, that the price explodes, and it's usually a couple weeks up to a couple months after the fact. But we've done pretty good so far. So let's have a look at when this bull run and all that wonderful stuff is going to be happening in the next little while. As we move along. In Canadian price, it's what, 91,000. So whatever that is in American, I'm not sure. Probably like 70 something. So I think a lot of the anticipation is building up, and there's a lot of banks and all the big money makers are getting into the Bitcoin. So there's going to be a price crunch, and it usually happens, doesn't really appear to us on the outside until 4 or 5, even 6 months after the fact. It's usually the way when we get information about something happening, or it has happened, and it does, especially in the financial world, does not happen until 6 months to 12 months after the fact. Then it clicks in, because you got to get out of the old crypto, Bitcoin. So that's pretty much where we're at right now. I do think that Bitcoin is going to be getting all-time highs by summertime, and probably after the summer is done, getting into September. I think that's when we're really going to be popping. So it gives us a grand time to get into the Bitcoin market before it really starts to go up. There's going to be a little bit of a down that was supposed to be happening this summer, and we're going to be getting into that in a minute. But I think it's going to be averted for whatever reason in the next little while. And I think it's something that the United States is doing to Russia. And I think it's our second question on the board, which is going to be bringing the market down in the next little while. So I do think Bitcoin is going to, or the cryptocurrency market is going to come down a tiny bit. And that's probably around the summertime. And then it's probably going to be going up like crazy. So there is going to be another little moment in time when the prices will come down in a good way. Okay? So hopefully that answers any questions or concerns. It is coming. Don't worry. It's so good. Now, this is the thing I saw a news thing on where the United States was or is putting through a bill, okay, to steal all of Russia's money that is in American banks and European banks. Okay. And this is probably what's going to be happening in the next little while. And this is probably the thing that was where the market is going to be going down within the summertime. And now that we have this bill from the United States called the repo bill, if you want to go look it up on YouTube or wherever, where allows the American government to steal all of Russia's money that they have in the banking industry and all other assets that the Russians have around the world, and giving it to the Ukrainians. Now, this is going to spark something huge. Okay, this is going to be telling all the other countries that your money is not safe within the U.S. Banking industry. So a lot of other countries are going to be getting out of the American dollar and out of the American banking system. Okay, see where I'm headed with this? Thus, pretty much collapsing the U.S. economy. Okay, I know, but they're trying to prompt many of the European nations, especially the ones that are part of NATO, to do the same thing. Just steal Russia's money. They'll be fine. Yeah, okay. United States can say that because they don't live next door to Russia. But many of the Europeans that watch us today are usually on our live show. You live right next door. So probably not a good thing. Let's throw some cards down how far this particular situation is going to be going. And I do think that will be one of the incidents, one of them, that's going to start to bring down the U.S. economy, thus dominoing everything else around the world. Okay? Well, anything that's connected to the U.S. Now, I do think it's going to be heading off at the pass. The Americans are going to be kind of alone on this, and the NATO members are going to be going, no thanks. Okay. We're not going to be stealing any Russian money anytime soon. And I think this is going to be what's going to be prompting many of the NATO nations, especially the European ones that are closest to Russia geographically, not to do that and possibly joining the BRICS nations. And I think this might be the final nail in the coffin to that alliance, okay, that NATO and the Western world has had with the U.S. Okay? So when I do believe this happens in the summertime, it's going to be bringing down that market, plus the Israeli situation and the port of, or the Strait of Hormuz thing happening. We were talking about that on Saturday. Don't want to get too much. Will collapse the economy in a big way. Okay? And I think that's what all the other psychics were picking up around this summertime, that those two things can collapse the entire thing. Yay, party balloons. But the cards are revealing that I think that it's going to be a U.S. only thing, and everybody's going to go, yeah, no, I don't think we're going to go with that plan. We're going to be friendly with Russia. You do what you want to do. We're going to go over there, and that's the smarter heads are going to be like, what are you, crazy? And we're going to see a lot of countries start to go to the BRICS nations in that time period. So keep your Bitcoin close and your gold closer and all that wonderful stuff, because I think a whole lot of things are going to be going down in the summertime. I guess it's time for the chat. You doing okay over there? Okay. The wife's over in the control booth, which is the living room. Doing all the things on the computer. The best investment for the next 2 months, Algo, Matic, or XLM. Which one to buy now? Bitcoin, but that's just me. I would go with the Matic overall. I think there's going to be some big things that are going to be happening in Matic. If you could only choose just one Bitcoin, but if you had a choice between these three, I would probably pick the Matic over all the other ones. XLM is going to be going through a particular situation in the next little while, as we figured out in the last show. Hopefully, we're here watching that. I think there's some things going on with that. And Algo, Rand, I think, is a nice close second to Matic. I don't think I even need cards for this one. I'm just drawing upon all the old ratings that we did last show. 150K Canadian, but 75K pounds British. Yeah, it's about right. It's what, triple UK to Canadian, or 2.5, something like that for the exchange. Yep, around in there. That'll be around the summertime, or close to the end of summer. Okay. What do we got next? I recently got into VRA and AM down 1K, thinking to sell it before some issues with this crypto. Would it be wise to hold or better to get out now? I think VR, another one we did the last show. Yeah, missed last show. If you can get into the Bitcoin, regain much of that position that you had. Normally, I would say don't sell at a loss, but I think in this one, there's going to be some situation that's going to be happening in the next little while with VRA. So there's going to be a whole lot of fluctuations, but just chucking it into Bitcoin, we'll probably regain it in the next couple of months. Okay. Don't need the cards that are just coming off the top of the head. Okay. Hi, Audrey. Will we see BTC 52K USD again? Not for a long time. Maybe a little bit in the summertime when Biden does his stupidity. But outside of that short little speck of time in the summertime, no. Right now is probably the best prices that you can get it at before it explodes. Okay, hopefully that answers your question. Will Theta hit $10? Yes. Now the question is when? I think it's going to be doing pretty good in the next little while. I do think it's going to be getting December time. I think it's going to be getting into that range of $10 and above. This is probably when we're going to be getting into the new when the bull run is really running. Okay, and it's going to be taking a lot of the cryptocurrencies along with it. Okay, let's throw some cards down since I got them in my hand. So yeah, it's going to be going out pretty good, but it won't be till Christmas time around in there, along with many other alts. I think that's going to be when the alt season starts, really in the big time in that winter time, as we're waiting for the Bitcoin to really go up first, and then everything kind of follows it after that. I think around in that time is when we're going to be in full bull run season. Okay, so hopefully that answers your question. Marlon, hey, Marlon's going to be doing a podcast soon. He was telling me he's going to be doing the Australian seaside thing. Hopefully I didn't ruin it for you, Marlon. So it's going to be a good show. I have a feeling. I wanted to buy more chain links soon. So will it drop from here, you were saying? Maybe a little bit in the summertime, but I don't see a huge drop. Maybe a tiny little one. So just now is the accumulation period, okay, before we have blast off. So right now until summer, till winter, I think you got some time to get some cheap. Okay, hopefully that helps you out. He keeps wanting cheap krypton. I keep saying no. Hello, Nick. Thank you for the 199. Will Zen delete some zeros next year? Everybody likes getting rid of those zeros for whatever reason. Wonder why. Anyways. Ooh. There's going to be a bit of a change with Zen next little while. It is going to be doing okay. It's going to be getting rid of 1 or 2 zeros in the next bull run closer to the middle of the winter season. But in that period of time between now and then, there's going to be a particular situation where they're going to be a little bit of nefarious things behind the scenes. So be careful out there. Don't put everything in these meme coins because a lot of them are, sorry to say it, crap. You got to be careful with them. I personally only trust the big boys, okay? And I think something's going to be happening with many of the people that are part of this particular situation where they're going to be left out in the cold. Okay? So just be careful with that one. Thank you. Hi, so soon the UK will stop with the EU human rights allowing deportations. Yes or no? No. Until you have more protests and stuff. Okay. You might have to join the French with their version of protests. I'm picking up, no, that it's not going to be something that's going to be happening anytime soon. It's going to be more next year than now. Okay. Their agenda is going to be kind of gotten rid of by next year. Okay. Right now, no. Next year, yes. When we start to straighten out all the big mess that's all around the planet. Okay. Hopefully that helps you out. Will around 58K for BTC be our bottom from here onwards? Yeah. I said that in a previous show. That's kind of the bottom floor. It's going to be bouncing off that for the foreseeable future. The old high will be the new low. Hi, Andre. Hugs from Brazil. Could you tell me if the SNX coin reaches $40? I'm getting a lot more people from Brazil watching, which is pretty nice. I look at the back of the YouTube, and it tells you where everybody's coming from. I don't think it's going to be anytime soon. Within this year, it's going to be the following 2 years that we're going to be getting to that $40 in a big way. Okay? So hopefully that helps you out. Bye-bye. Will Pepe on the new Coinbase chain do good? They got on the chain Coinbase? Hey. They're desperate or something. Anyways. Yeah, it's going to do okay. I think they're not as good as the first time that they came out, but it's going to do okay over time. It's just a short-term thing. Got to get out of before the end of the bull run, which is about a year and a bit time, and you can make some pretty good money with it. Okay? Hope that helps you out. XRP, $1? What month? We got Tuesday. On Tuesday. Of which month? I don't know. Let me look. That'd be hilarious if it was a Tuesday. Some reason they're having a lot of trouble with the XRP for the next little while. It's going to be a long journey, and there's going to be a lot of information coming out that's not too favorable to XRP going forward, especially their attachment to the World Economic Forum. It's not a good look, and a lot of things are happening between XRP and the banking industry. That's not too favorable for them. There's a lot of money moving around, and so I think we're getting pretty close to that big spike that everybody's seeing, and then it's going to go okay, and that's probably going to be in the summertime. Okay, thank you. We're still in spring. Can you do a reading for me? Question is the universe holding my potential back? No. We're the only ones that can hold back our own potential. Okay? It's from our own thinking. You have to remember that the universe only reflects back to us of what we think. The universe around us is malleable. Okay? It's made of energy, and everything is there because we perceive it to be there. So if you're thinking along those lines that you're not reaching your full potential, it's all in your own vibration. Okay? So this is why you have to change the way you think. The way you think will change all the vibrations that are emanating from you. Okay? So never think that, okay? Because that's our own thinking. The universe doesn't care which way you go. It'll just hand you what you think, okay? Hopefully that makes sense. More positive thinking. You can do it. We just had a full moon, or in one now. Any readings for this at all? Thanks. Well, I know the wife will be busy. Hospitals.
Well, there's a Jets game tonight, so I don't think we'll be very busy.
Jets game tonight.
Unless after the game, then we might be busy.
Well, full moon. All kinds of lunacy can happen in the full moon. Hospitals can be fairly busy during a full moon. Who's going to win tonight? Jets? Dude, not bad this year. Listening to the fellows at the shop. I think Jets will win it tonight. Yeah, that's for a hockey team, if you don't know. There's going to be some vibrational changes within everybody. I think everybody's on edge, and it's going to be bringing out that energy even more. Not horrible, but it's going to be a little bit worse than normal. Okay? It just brings out that energy in people. And of course, the elites always try to do things on a full moon because they're cult-like behavior. I do see a lot more positive things happening around the full moon than any other time. Okay? A lot of things are going to be exposed under the brightness of the moon. Okay? Thank you for that. Hedra popped 50% today. How high do you Hedra going over next month? Um, I think it's going to be kind of sticking where it is right now. Might go up to 52, 53% and kind of wobble around there for the next little while. Okay. You have to remember a lot of people with that sort of thing happening, you're going to see a lot of people taking profits. So the price will start to come down as well. Now I see 52% and wobbling around there, kind of trading sideways for a little bit. Okay. Thank you for that. 3 cards for my May and June crypto. Well, keep buying, right? If you keep buying, you're not going to be crying. It's going to be a little bit of a struggle for some reason because you're too tied to things that don't quite work out for you. I think there's going to be some other things that are going to be getting in the way from you buying any more new crypto. Some different expenses are going to be coming up that you're going to have to deal with for May and June. Okay, so get all your crypto buying now before that period of time, if you can. Okay, it's going to be some big expenses coming up for you. Thank you. Bitcoin Cash to $5,000 in 2025. Under 1,000 right now, I believe. It's like $600 or $700 Canadian. No, not quite. Probably not till 2026, 2027. We're going to start to see that kind of amount of money happening. I do see Bitcoin Cash going to about $2,000 to $3,000 in 2025. Then it'll probably go to 5,000 after that. Okay, hopefully that helps you out. Hi, recently a SECA got 6 US cents for Doge. Okay. 3 cards, please. Who are these psychics? Jeez. 6 cents Doge, huh? And why are you watching them? No, you watch whoever you want to watch. Gives me some more material. You go, what? I don't see it anytime soon. Might be something that's going to be happening for a short period of time in the summertime with all that other roller coaster ride that's going to be happening in the summertime. I wouldn't really worry about it unless you want the 6 cent US Doge. I don't think it's going to be happening anytime soon. Okay, sorry about that. Can you read me, please? Sure. Not sure if we're going. I hooked it up to the.
It's there.
What's where?
It's on Rumble.
It's on Rumble.
You got 6 people watching.
I was playing around with the settings on the melon, and yeah, it's working. Cool.
No one's talking there.
No one's. They're being quiet. Anyways, Mr. Lewis. Something with the chest going on with you. You might want to have somebody look at that particular situation. I think it's a pressure or stress or something like that going on chest-wise. I think it's an emotion that you just can't shake, and you have to remember to try to get out of that. It's kind of a fog that you're kind of going through. Know that it's going to be working out to the best. Okay? Don't dwell in the darkness all the time. Okay? Put your best foot forward and just tough through it. And I think you're going to be doing just fine. And much of that health situation will relieve itself. And when you do relieve that particular situation, you're going to be starting to see everything else around you start to change. It's that vibration you're going to be putting out into the universe. Surround yourself with white light, okay? And then bathe yourself in it a little bit. White light's very easy. It's just like chi, using chi, putting the white light between the hands, right, growing that ball, and just putting it over you and helping you overcome many of the things that you're going to be going through in the next little while. Okay? So, or Tai Chi, that would be good too. Okay? Hopefully that helps you. Will conducts, never heard of it, go to 16 cents in the next 2 weeks. I thought you're calling it Klondike or something. No. Never heard of this one. For the next little while, I don't think it's going to do much. Maybe you're going to need a stick or something, do something. That old meme. Overall, I don't think the price is going to be going to exactly where people think it's going to be going. And I think it's going to be kind of a dead coin for a while yet. Okay? So hope that helps you out. How many weeks for Bitcoin spike to 100K? Oh, how many weeks? 10. Somewhere in there. Okay? It's close. Of course, when you're younger, everything seems to be longer. When you get to my age, it just zips by. To have some hope for Apollo, FinTech's merger coin, now temporary, called KNX. I don't even know who Apollo FinTech coin is, so do I have hope for it? I'm not invested in it. I think it's going to be doing all right. It's going to be remodeling itself in the next little while. And it's going to be okay. I think it's going to be doing okay for the summertime with the rest of the herd. Okay? Hopefully that answers your question. Little Scotty, the AI reached 10 cents. Oh, I looked at that. Another meme coin. You can tell I don't like meme coins all that much because most of them are garbage. just say, right? But you can make some money with them as long as you know what you're doing with them. The answer to your question is yes, for a very short period of time. And then it's going to disappear. Don't put everything in it. Just put a little bit in there and get some Bitcoin. Thank you. So yes, it'll get to that 10 cents. Well, green Bitcoin reached $3 this year. Haven't heard of green Bitcoin for a long time. I probably have some somewhere. Yeah, I do think it's going to be reaching that. It's going to be doing some okay things in the next little while. I think it's going to be really jumping up pretty high in the next little while with the summertime bull run. Okay? Hopefully that helps you out. Bunk just launched on base. Will it do good as the previous bunk? Probably. For a short period of time, it's going to do okay because it's brand new and all that sort of thing. And it's on Coinbase chain. Yay. I think it's going to be a very short time. It's going to be like 2 to 3 months. It's going to be up and then it's going to be gone. Price wise. Okay? Hopefully that helps you out. Velo crypto, please. It's running, but thinking to wait till it corrects and retraces to below 2 cents. Is that possible? Also, can it go to 15 cents? First part of your question is if you're sitting on it, just sit on it. I think it's going to be doing some things during the summertime that will do much, much better. And I don't think you want to lose your position. Never sell at a loss unless you have some master plan in place. Okay? I do think it's going to be going to 16, 15, somewhere in there during the next bull run. Okay? Never sell at a loss if you can. Okay? How high will H bar go? I think it's going to do pretty good. I don't know exact prices, but I do think it's going to be going up quite a few percentage in the summertime, okay, or after as we get closer to the winter time. And so hopefully you're just sitting on it and just relaxing, having a cup of coffee, and be good. Okay, thank you. How will KDA POW coin do this bull cycle? Kind of a blanket statement. Most cryptocurrencies are going to do very, very well during the next bull cycle. Okay? All these unknown coins that you keep will do well. I'm going to give you something that Warren Buffett, I don't like Warren Buffett, but when he does say certain things that are correct, I like to show him. When the tide is in, everybody looks super duper. Okay? Everybody looks the same. When the tide goes out, that's when you find out who got their swim trunks on. Okay? When the bull run happens, you'll be a cryptocurrency genius doing all those super duper trades because everything is going to go bonkers. And that includes the prices of most of the cryptocurrencies that everybody's listing here, including this one. When the tide goes out, that's when a lot of people lose their money because they don't pull out in time. Okay? Just the FYI. So many of the cryptocurrencies that you're talking about are going to do very, very well. Okay? When the tide goes out, when the bull run's done, many of these coins are going to disappear into nothing. I'll know when to pull the trigger. Okay? And I think you got about a year and a bit. Hopefully that answers your question. Update on Shiba Inu, please. pretty much what I just said. Shiba Inu is going to be doing just fine. I think they're going to. They're red today a little bit, but overall, I think they're going to be losing at zero this next bull run coming up. Okay, they're still going strong. That's it for today. If you like a personal reading with me, make sure to go to segreadingsbyorder.com. Hopefully the Rumble did well as well, which is awesome. I'm going to play around again with that. But Saturdays will just be Rumble and no YouTube, because that's when we get to talk about things that YouTube doesn't like. Okay? With that said, if you like a personal reading with me, make sure to go to segreadingsbyorder.com, where all that information is there. If you like personal healing with my Reiki Master Wife, that information is there as well. If you like to protect your cryptocurrencies in the best possible way, we have the Treasury Cold Storage Wallet for sale on our website. And if you happen to purchase one from there, know that we make a little bit of money from that purchase. Okay? With that said, make sure you like, subscribe, and I'll see you in the future. Bye-bye.